I can hear Milo. You guys can start lining up in the chat. Whoever wants to start it up with Milo can go ahead.
Let me put my AirPods on. Hold on, my bad.
All right.
Let's see if I can hear. Okay. All right, cool. My brightness up. All right.
Yes, I'll start it off. Milo, congrats. What went into this decision? Why was now the right time?
Just looking at it, me, my family, and I, and my significant others, kind of felt that it was time for me to, venture off into the next level, and it's always been a goal of mine to declare to the NFL, and kind of see where I stack up against the rest of the college football players, and then obviously the pros, and with graduating in December, kind of it didn't play a big toll, but it was like more of like another reason to not come back. I received my academic degree, and I felt like it was just much needed time to just move on and fulfill my potential as a player.
Did the coaching change? And if you would decide to come back, you've got to learn a new coaching staff and everything that goes into that. Did that accelerate the timeline? Did that play any role in this?
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Coach Bielema a couple times. He talked to the seniors right after our Penn State game, and was kind of just making small references to the future, as a defense, and certain players, and that play a big role. And he's a great. I actually asked a couple of my friends about him, and then they had great things to say. They're phenomenal coach, great player relationship, and he kind of sticks to the script. He's a man of his word, and wants guys to play hard and wants them to succeed and go to the next level. The resume is great. He has something like 94 guys or 100 guys in the league. From the past, I don't know what, like 10 years he's been coaching. So it's great. But talking to him, and then just realizing kind of the position I was, as a senior, I could definitely be a team leader when I come back. But it was just like I wanted to take advantage of my time, and I felt like my time at Illinois was great. I had a phenomenal opportunity that Coach Smith has that presented me with. Being able to start kind of right off the rip. Having to sit out 1 year and basically just kind of throw me in that fire, and seeing what I could do. I feel like that helped me prepare and be the player that I am today.
And if I could get one more, how much have you grown? I mean, you spend some time at Washington, and you got that sit out year, which isn't easy for anybody. You jumped right in the fire. How much further are you as a person, as a player? And was there ever a point in Washington where it just maybe wasn't going well that you questioned if this moment would ever come?
Yeah, that was really kind of like my first year and some change at Washington. I knew I was going to redshirt, but after redshirting and then only playing special teams, I was just like that. Like it was like I'm like, am I good enough? And you start questioning your abilities a little bit. Just as a player. Everybody has those type of days. It's just like, man, some days are good, some days are bad. But I felt like once you have that coach that believes in you and gives you that opportunity, it allows the athlete to kind of grow in a sense that they don't even know yet. So it's like the potential's there, but you just don't know if they're going to apply it, or if it's going to come naturally, or if it's going to come down the road. Say that. So it's like having that, and then taking that hunger and that eagerness to play, and then being able to transfer that to Illinois. That's where I feel like I grew the most, and just being able to kind of be in the moment and just accept the things that are around me.
Thanks, Milo. Appreciate it. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Milo, congratulations. Good to see you. obviously it's been a strange last few weeks here, a strange season in general.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what kind of comes next for you now as you prepare and try to get drafted going forward now.
Yeah, it comes with the um, postseason draft steps. Guys declare, they pick an agent, they start training. And so as for my case, I have an agent picked already. I'm about to start training in Arizona on Monday at Exos Sports Facility in Scottsdale. So yeah, that's kind of what I got planned. About to fly back tomorrow and then move in my new apartment out there and get it going. So um, yeah, I'm excited. And this process is new to me too, but I've been seeing a couple of my friends and we've gone through it and told me it's an enjoyable process, but you got to stay focused and then you can reap the rewards and the outcome. So yeah.
That's exciting stuff. What is it kind of like emotionally for you right now? Like I'm sure you've been, dreaming of this, and it does it feel surreal at all that it's happening now?
No, it still feels like I still haven't I still haven't soaked everything in yet for us. Like, damn, I'm really not coming back to school yet. Like, dang, I don't know. It's probably gonna feel real once the real work starts. But like, just from being in the locker room every day to, going to rehab or just seeing your position coach every day or seeing the strength staff, just like the little things, going to eat with your friends and stuff. That's like the stuff that's gonna hit, a little harder. But yeah, it still feels surreal. I remember like a bunch of my friends and family were blowing up my phone yesterday, and yeah, it's still I just was like, man, I don't know. Like it was just like it was a moment I've been waiting on for a long time. So yeah,
Absolutely. Enjoy it, man. Good luck.
thank you.
Hey Milo, you mentioned you've had some friends that have gone through this process. Who are some of those guys that you've maybe talked to, and what was maybe the biggest piece of advice over what to expect over these next 4 months?
So my good friend, he's pretty much like my brother, is Byron Murphy. He's Arizona Cardinals cornerback. He's in his second year right now. But I was with him throughout the whole draft process. He was my roommate at Washington, and just being able to see him transition to the league, he kind of gave me the ins and outs. Also, Kevin King on the Green Bay Packers, another corner. He's from the Bay. We went to the same high school. Really, those two guys kind of, I wouldn't say paved the way, but definitely, how would you say, like put me on game. How kind of like the vets do in the NFL or vets do in college. They teach the young guys like the ropes, the ins and outs, and they kind of just told me, what to look out for. How to approach, your senior season and how to kind of already be a professional in a sense. But now it's just like the postseason stuff. So when it comes to draft prep, combine prep, just taking that, making sure I'm locked in every day and really sticking to the script and not getting kind of losing track and like losing sight of what the goal is, what the outcome is, and that's playing the NFL and get drafted to a team. So yeah, those two guys kind of really helped me for real. And as of right now, I'm staying with Byron Murphy in Arizona. So me and him are super tight. So being able to see it firsthand was definitely a benefit for me.
And Lovie Smith has a long history of very talented linebackers on his teams. What was maybe the biggest thing that you took away from the last couple of years, just getting to get coached by Lovie Smith? And did you talk to him at all over the last few weeks and when making this decision?
Yeah, actually, he just gave me a call today, which was we just caught up. He said if I need anything to reach out to him, and I just thanked him profusely. I was like, without him, I wouldn't be here right now. So I want everybody to know that for real, because Coach Smith is a great guy, great genuine guy, even better man, even better father, and he really looks out for his players. And then I would say, being under him for 2 years, he just taught me, you know, the ins and outs of the games, like what to look for when I'm on the field, what to look for when I'm on the sideline. Even when I was hurt, you know, a couple of games this year, um, how to help my teammates, you know, just, you know, seeing the play or seeing what like all the three linebackers that was on the field and kind of helping them out. So just being able to kind of see the ins and outs of the game, as far as, you know, learning the defense, um, you know, front page to back. Um, you know, he made an emphasis that the linebackers are the smartest players on the football field because we need to know where everybody's at. And I really kind of took that to toe because, you know, we kind of really do need to know where everybody's at. Um, and so, you know, just talking to him, you know, picking his brain. Yeah, you know, he left me with a good mind on my head right now, and then kind of led me to make this decision and feel ready that you know, that I can play in the NFL.
Thanks, Milo. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Milo, congratulations. You know, this season, I know it probably didn't go as you guys expected. Brandon kind of mentioned some of those things yesterday. And when you kind of look back on this season and the struggles that you guys had as a defense, outside of the injuries at the linebacker core, do you kind of attribute that to a little bit?
I mean, yeah, it was just like when you know, when linebackers are healthy and defense is healthy, you know, sky's the limit. And as y'all know, going back on this season, you know, when you know, Jake's in the game, Tariq's in the game, Kalen's in the game, or, you know, I'm in the game. Even Marquise, you know, the linebacker, you know, we hold ourselves to a high standard, and that's to you know, to make a lot of plays, and, you know, to kind of be those enforcers, you know, say somebody's fighting, you know, we're in the middle of it, either breaking it up or trying to start it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we kind of with a quarterback of the defense, you got to make sure everybody's on the same page. And unfortunately, this season, you know, we weren't. I feel like, you know, I didn't get a chance to prove, you know what I'm saying, everything that I wanted to do, but felt like we left our mark for sure. And, you know, even some teams that, you know, we should have beat, they definitely knew, you know, at the end of the game, they're like, okay, yeah, you know, them linebackers know how to play football. So it was just like, you know, with everything going on this season, it was just like, it was kind of like a bump in the road, everything. You know, I didn't expect Tariq to go down and have surgery. Didn't expect Kalen to go down. You know, it was kind of heartbreaking for all of us. You know, they love the game as just much as we do, and, you know, they want to be there on Saturdays and wearing the eye in their helmet too. So, but I feel like the program's in good hands, especially in the linebacker room. So they definitely gonna hold it down.
You mentioned some of those younger players. As you look at Kaelon, Shamond, or Tariq,
Yeah.
what kind of future do you see for those guys in Bret Bielema's schemes? I know you said you got to talk to him a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, Kalen can run probably 4.4. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's a fast dude, super athletic, kind of one of those. I don't know, they call him like the tweener guys. You know, me as well. So, you know, having Kalen on the outside, Reek in the middle, and Shimon on the outside, both are, I'd say, very talented, and they all have played, which is the good part. You know, having experiences plays a big role, especially at linebacker. You know, having to, you know, seeing a guard pull before, seeing an ISO or seeing a power is like being able to translate that to the field, and then watching film and seeing it over and over again. I feel like, you know, with those guys in the room, they're going to be the new leaders of the defense, and you know, sky's the limit for them as well.
And last one I've got, Isaiah Gates, someone who could announce to come back for another season. He, to me, shows someone who's got a lot of finesse moves, really good hand placement, all that kind of stuff. What do you kind of see out of him as a blitzer if he were to come back next season? He's someone who I think at least projects more as an outside linebacker in a 3-4.
Yeah. I remember, Coach B, you know, he mentioned that 3-4 to us a little bit. He didn't really get into detail, but, you know, he wanted us to kind of get that notion in the back of our mind. I feel like Isaiah's kind of like that perfect guy to be in that 2-point You know, he can still set the edge, and then we still need you know, somebody that can get back there to the quarterback. And you know, with his speed and his hand placement, he has great. You know, what I'm saying, the spin move. His spin move is pretty ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you know, having those tools in his arsenal, I feel like, you know, a guy like Isaiah Gay can his stock could raise, you know, tremendously in the next season. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing watching him play.
Thanks, Milo. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Milo, congratulations. Alec kind of asked one of my questions, but I wanted to build off it a little bit. You like being way out. What do you feel like, or what do you hope you kind of left behind for that linebacker? Impact you hope you made on those guys like Tariq, like Alan, like Shaman, guys like that?
I mean, kind of like the impact Dele left on me when, you know, his senior season was over. He was just kind of, you know, go out there and you know, just let it all out. You know what I'm saying? No regrets really. And you know, when you touch the field, last game, first game, middle of the season, you don't ever have that feeling of where I wish I could have done this. And that's where I'm at. I don't regret nothing I did last year or in 2019. You know, what's done is done. And I feel like, you know, having that mindset of just, you know, being repetitive, like having that, you know, sustained success and just being like, I would say kind of like the alpha male in the room, like, you know, saying like when everything's going bad, you still think, you know, everything's going good, like being positive for real. So, you know, you never know what's going to happen. You know, we had a bunch of problems in the city, COVID and games getting canceled and so forth. But I feel like in that room, the linebacking room, they can control, you know, the outcome of, you know, some games for real. So that's kind of where I stand on that.
And then you mentioned, you know, not getting to show maybe everything you wanted to this season, being out for a few games. Coming into this season, did you feel like you were leaning toward this decision, declaring for the NFL draft, or was there a certain point in the season where it kind of started to ring out to you like it's my time?
I would say yes and no, because at the same time, I was really like once fall camp hit, I was all in for the season. It was like, all right, who we're playing this week? You know, kind of just focusing in because you know, a lot of the outside noise can get you, you know, sidetracked, and that's what I wasn't trying to do. Um, Especially if I knew it was going to be my last season, and I want to enjoy every single part of it. And I feel like a lot of guys get too you know, focused on the future when, you know, they still have, you know, right now to think about. So you know, with everything going on, I felt like it was more of a decision I was gonna have to make after the season. I didn't know when I was gonna make it, but yeah, I was just kind of enjoying the process and, you know, going out there with the guys, and we had a great senior class, a bunch of good friends, brothers for real, and yeah.
Thanks, Milo. Congrats.
Thank you.
Hey, Milo, if I could circle back for one more, I'm sorry. Earlier, you talked about having a coach believe in you and give you that opportunity. I want to clarify. You were talking about Lovie there, correct?
Yeah, I was talking about Coach Smith. Yeah.
Okay. How far? I mean, you know, how far does that really carry somebody? Like, as you've had some time to step back and kind of appreciate that belief that he gave in you, how far did that carry you in the last 2 years to know that somebody with a pedigree like his was willing to put his chips all in, and like you said, put you in the starting lineup the day that you could play after the NCAA rules?
Yeah. Man, like we go all the way back to the Akron game. The play right before I hit dude, I had a personal foul. A lot of people don't even remember that, but I had a personal foul right before I knocked dude's helmet loose. But he was really mad. He was just like, you know, he was yelling at me, and I was like, oh man, nah, I pissed Coach Smith off. And like, what's it gonna look like this year? Like, I'm in the game. He was like, look, he was like, you know, you can't be doing that. And, you know, he just kind of sat me down and just like, you know, talked to me as if he was like, if I was his son almost. And it was just like, you have that whenever you have that confidence and it builds. So after that, you're just like, okay, like he really cares about me. It's just like it's additional motivation. You always want to make your family proud, and you always want to make yourself proud. But when other people are kind of not counting on you, but they want you to succeed, it's just more fuel to the fire.
Thanks, really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
I think that's everybody. Anybody got anything else? Y'all good? All right. Thank you, Milo. Appreciate everything.
No, thank you guys.
Thank you,
Yeah, I'll probably be out here again, maybe for our pro day. If you guys want to catch up then, but if not, thank you guys for everything. Appreciate it.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
See you all later.
Thank you.